this video we are playing Find the Cursors. So a nice easy one round spawn and we find cursor. It's quite an unusual character choice, cursors. I'm not sure why they picked it, but we'll go with it. In the corner we have the TV, you can't miss it, and we find TV cursor. But don't go anywhere because static is also in here, and it is behind a lovely veiled entrance through in the corner, and we find static cursor. If you do get stuck with any of the cursors, I do have an order list available in my video description, or please do drop me a comment. I'm more than happy to help where I can. And if I can ask, if you do enjoy this video or any other from JudgementTV, if you can please help to support my channel by liking this video, dropping me a comment, of course hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and coming back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. So on the wall here we have a code, but I wouldn't know what language that is in, but the hint is in the clues in the index. So it says translate, Google Translate, so we're going to try translate as the word. It was that, or it's going to be Google. But /e translate is what you need to enter in there. A really random cursor here, and I don't know what it does. It says ... It feels like something else. So I don't know if that is something to come or I'm just missing something, I don't know. And I would just say on this game, don't judge a book by its cover. I've actually really enjoyed it. There's a really nice mix of kind of challenge elements to this and different things to do. So yeah, do give this one a try if you do enjoy Find the games. We've got a little kind of hidden rope climb up here, and we are coming up here to find dirt. And we can see it's on the edge of the map there. And then jumping off the tree, so dirt is just there, we are finding the grass. I don't know why grass is in a tree, but yeah. And this one is a small one on the back of that tree there. Again, a lovely little bit of challenge for the smaller ones. So for sticky notes, it says to check the borders of the map. Again, this one was a lovely hidden one. The blue ring around my screen will make sense when I get into the different locations. So I haven't structured the video in the order that I collected them. I've done it by location just to try and help you out following me. So we're just following the map wall, and then when we reach where we come into the rock for city, we find this lovely little drop down with the kind of semi-transparent path. Now it is quite a long path with no sprint, unfortunately, but this is the path to sticky note. Now I thought dirt, which was on the kind of border of the map, may have been quite good down here because you could have easily walked past it. Or thrown yourself off, killed yourself and had to come back again if you didn't walk far enough to get sticky note. But there we go, and there are loads of random post-it notes there as well, so really like that one there. So the volume one, it says about blasting your ears, so go into settings, and I don't know what the kind of volume you've got to do. So yeah, I tried a few different volumes out, it didn't work, so I just decided to type 999999999. It was worth a shot, but it worked. And we find audio cursor. So for crash cursor, it says back to spawn we go. So of course, how do you crash something? You keep pressing the button. So let's go teleport back to spawn, and we'll just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Now just be careful because you will teleport into the room like so, and if you hit the teleport again you'll teleport back out of it. But this is where we find crashed. So the index also says for hacked that it's with crashed cursor. So the only thing that I can really see is kind of the codes or the kind of text here on the wall. Now, I didn't get this one. I'm pretty certain we're going to have to go outside of the game because it says go to roblox.com, go back to find the cursors for your cursor to start running again. If it's not in the game, it's one of my pet peeves to go outside of the game that I'm playing, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. Moving around into the kind of autumnal area, and of course we've got to have candy corn, and candy corn wants 3 pieces. So obviously I have found these in the various locations, so please do have a look at the index for all the relevant locations. I have marked them item candy corn. Into missing texture. And again, this is such a lovely element to this game. So there is, for inverted, a really sneaky hidden kind of code here, but it's not really obvious what it means until you look at the index and you find out the different cursors. So we'll need this for winter. Carrying on with the autumnal map, going into the kind of orange grass in the middle, we find no outline cursor. Moving into winter now, and we find Christmas tree cursor. And then if we make a leap to the outer map wall, and very much like dirt, so this was kind of a really cryptic clue because it said go to Christmas tree and do something extra. I clicked on the baubles, on the Christmas tree cursor, I was doing everything and then thought, you know what, I'll jump on the outer map wall. And there we go, we can find rock on the very outer edge. Nice easy one of ice in the middle of the ice pond, lake, whatever that is. So behind this kind of board we have the VR headset. By clicking on it we start the VR headset quest, so similar to Candy Corn. For the virtual reality we do have to collect the 2 halves of the cursor, so again this will be listed in my index. So to get true you have to hit yes that it's a good game. When you hit nah for false, it takes you to demon. If you go back and press nah again, it will give you false. So remember the code in the missing texture. This is where true and false now becomes apparent. So you will die when you press false, but keep pressing the buttons and get through that code and you will get to inverted. Now you'll see it come up on the right hand side and it says check the normal cursor, which we now find at spawn has turned into inverted. Nice easy one of snow by the tree. And then in the corner of winter you'll see this kind of triangle, the red triangle. Clicking on it, it takes you through to this obby. So I thought this was potentially where the triangle cursor may have been or something. It says here that the obby is for a collab. Obviously it's a red triangle cursor. It's not, so I don't know what's at the end of the obby because, as you know, if you're a fan of my channel, I'm not very good at obbies and I got stuck at that wall. But yeah, let me know what's at the end, I'm very curious. Moving around into desert now, and cactus is another one of the small ones and you will find it on that highlighted cacti there. So coming up to that one, you can see at the bottom there a lovely hidden one there. And of course, what is a find the game without a maze? I just can't escape them. I suck at them. I don't like them. And what we will find inside this maze is mummy. And I suppose this maze is quite nice because although it's quite small, they make you go kind of zoomed in to shimmy between the walls. So clicking the box will open. and this reveals mummy cursor. Again, love that one, very nicely done. And then coming out, we did see it through the wall, we can pick up the shovel. So again, this is a lovely little side quest element that we have to dig the sand up in order to get sandcastle. We find our first piece of candy corn on the beach umbrella. And anywhere it tells you to dig, we are going to dig that sand. I think there's 4 piles of sand to dig. So when you have dug all of the sand, it will say Sand King cursor, you've built a sandcastle. And there we go, this sandcastle appears in the middle of the beach. I absolutely love that one. And then inside of this pile of sand here, we have Epic. Then to finish off the beach area, we have the one in the water. This was a little bit of a letdown. There was no rocks, there was no seaweed, nothing to kind of make it really feel like the sea. Also, you could have hid water a bit better because it just sticks out like a sore thumb in the kind of transparent water. Starting off around the city area now, and we have artist. You also need to click the one on the paper which is art cursor. Somebody have very foolishly left some curbux, some money on the floor. That must be the currency here in Find the Cursors. An easy little obby up the building, and we can just see that kind of hidden truss there. Making our way again around the map wall, and here we have our second piece of candy corn. And we also have macromedia. Go into the construction site in the corner, we find brick and graffiti. It's nice that the construction site sort of feels like a construction site, like a pile of bricks. I don't know if the tunnels are going to be something for an update. I will be interested to see what they do with those. Pavement, now that's someone from the UK because America calls them sidewalk, don't they, not pavement. That's either Europe or UK who's named that one. Clicking on the vending machine buttons, we get the cursor soda. And then, this is another one that I haven't got. So this is trivia. And again, this is a code, and I think it's something outside of the game. So obviously, looking at the code, I have then put it into Google and I have put into Roblox. Roblox comes up with a page that it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm leaving that one as well. In the store though, we have found the final piece of candy corn. And it's a real shame, again, as I always say, they haven't done the finishing touches. It doesn't feel like a store, you know, whack some posters up, put some produce on the shelves, just to give it that kind of finishing touch and that finesse. So I was teleporting back to go ahead and get candy corn. Once you start the VR quest, the first half of the cursor is in the middle in that grass there. And then speaking to candy corn, we can then collect it. And then the second half of the cursor we will find back in the spawn area, the forest, and it's just behind the tree above the translate one. And that is VR collected. For glitched, we need to go ahead and get 4 buttons. So they are just like little squares. So the first one is above the outline cursor. and once you click them or walk into them, they will go kind of glowing white, so you know when you have selected it. The next one I found in autumn. So there is candy corn, so you can see where I am, and it's just on the corner, the edge of the map wall. The next one in snow is just up against the tree opposite ice. And then starting from cacti, the final button is in desert, and we'll go into that big pile of sand, and the button is just there. As soon as you clicked all four, you are teleported through to glitch. So again, love that side quest. So for triangle cursor, it does say to go to find the triangles and find the cursor in the mountain biome. Again, I'm not going to do that. I don't like leaving the game to go into somewhere else, but you can go ahead if you want to. And there we have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!